To celebrate Black History Month by focusing on the now. If you ever dreamed of being debt-free, having financial stability, or even starting a business, this conference is for you.
And who hasn't thought about all of those things? This morning we have James Hill. He is the CEO of the Black Millionaires Conference. Great to have you with us.
Yeah, great to have me. Thank you.
You know, we always focus in February on Black history. You focus on empowering Black people, people of color, to really take matters into their own hands year-round.
Yes. Yeah, so one of the things that I realized growing up is 80% of the problems that the Black community face could be solved with financial and wealth literacy. Now, there's the other 20% that we can focus on once we take control of the things that we can control. And that's why I created the Black Millionaires Conference and the Black Millionaires brand in general, is to show people in our community that we need to take control of our finances and things that we can control, and then we can focus on everything else once we get our house in order.
How do you begin to educate with just an event like this, right? You're talking about a pretty big topic in what is a relatively short amount of time.
Yes, so one of the things that is a big problem in our community is we don't necessarily get to see a lot of the individuals that represent our community. A lot of times it's entertainers and it's athletes. And if you're not LeBron James, which is my favorite player, and you're not 6'8" and you can't shoot a jump shot, or you're not Denzel Washington and you're doing a Hollywood film, a lot of times you don't get the same representation with the media. So the reason I created the platform is to give everyday Black millionaires an opportunity to educate our community, because you're more likely to be an entrepreneur or a real estate developer than you are to be an NBA star. Right. And a lot of times our kids grow up with that one dream, and once that dream is gone, then a lot of people are hopeless.
So the people that attend the conference, they're going to hear from millionaires. They're going to hear from people who are successful doing all those other things.
Yes.
And is the whole point to empower, to educate, and what are you hoping they learn?
Empower, educate, but also execute. So once you get this information, it's one thing to hear and know about the information, but it's also that you want to execute on the information. Right. So you're going to get information from real estate developers that develop commercial properties, 55 units to 200 units. You're going to hear from Cedric Nash, who does $100 million in business, and you're going to hear from other individuals who invest in private equity. And you're going to hear from people who have 9-to-5s that have built their wealth and kept their job, because entrepreneurship is not the only way to build wealth, but investing is one of the things that everyone has to do, whether you work a 9-to-5 or you're an entrepreneur.
How do you encourage people to execute and be motivated by the messages you get? Because it all sounds good when you're sitting there in the moment and you're thinking, I can do this. Look at all these people who are doing this. But it is another thing leaving a conference and having that energy go into the days and weeks and months ahead.
Yes, so one of the things I learned by having millionaire mentors that helped me out in my journey is it's not necessarily about discipline and you trying to fight your will to do this one thing over that and spending your money on liabilities versus spending it on assets. It's really about your priorities in life. So this conference is going to help shift the priorities of our community and let them know, hey, it's not about trying to go out and buy a liability so we can brag about it on social media. It's about buying assets so we can pass it on to our family and we can have generational wealth, because a lot of times our community starts from zero each generation. And that has to stop now, and it's going to stop with our conference.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is
really
cool
great.
Message,
Thank you so much for coming in. We've put this information, by the way, including this interview, and how you can get more information about the conference online at AtlantaNewsFirst.com. You can also check out some other Black History Month stories and events.
Yeah, we wish you a successful event, and thanks for being here, James.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.